Lord, thank you for looking out for me always. Thank you for peace and calm in the midst of chaos. Thank you for your words and promises that give me the assurance that you will never leave. In you, I know that I am loved and protected. In you, I know that I will persevere and come out on the other side wiser and stronger. But Abba, and the waiting and the uncertainty, sometimes it really sucks. Sometimes my head and my heart want to give way to the fear, anxiety, anger, or sorrow. My thoughts want to dwell on the storm. In the unknowing, it can be so easy to give way to the promptings of the evil one and dwell in misery. After all, I have been an expert in that most of my life. However, Abba, you refuse to leave me there on that path of destruction and misery. Through the kindness of others, you sent gentle promptings and reminders of a love I barely knew, a love rarely spoken of in my younger years, a love so misrepresented, yet you carefully placed just enough throughout those young years to put that knowledge and yearning in my heart. Of course, the storms raged so loudly in those years that I couldn't hear you. You were locked so deeply and firmly away. Then, when the timing was just right, you pursued me ever so carefully, knowing that anything more would have sent me running. You started calling me to your presence, your voice roaring just slightly louder than the storms in my head. You carefully placed kind strangers who would become friends. You carefully placed struggles and blessings that would point down the road to you. You placed a loving, caring husband in my life. You placed persistent children in my life. You broke down my resistance. You broke the lock that had you buried so deeply. You started the healing process in the traumas that life had thrown at me, some that I didn't even know existed. You not only kicked those walls down, you removed the debris, knowing that given the chance, in those early days of this newly found love, that I would rebuild them. You replaced feelings of unworthiness, shame, hurt, guilt, and anger with the knowledge that I am loved, worthy, and forgiven. Despite what I had been told most of my life, sometimes verbally, sometimes physically, sometimes emotionally, and sometimes in my own head, but you moved in and exposed it all for the lie that it was. You showed me that as far as the east is to the west, you would come to my rescue, that you would go to hell and back to save me from my brokenness. Now I know without a doubt that no person, no thing, no demon, no thought, no action can separate me from your love. That even though the devil may come to steal, kill, and destroy, he cannot take what is not his. I am yours forevermore. He has lost, as was always to be the case. I shall not let him get to me ever again, though he will try, though he will slither into my thoughts and try to stay, though he will send storms that will knock me down, though he will send temptations, though I will likely struggle. There will probably be more tears, fear, hurt, betrayal, and anger. He cannot prevail. His demise is written in your word. I have something he cannot take away. I have you. You are my rock and my salvation. In you I seek shelter and rest when the enemy attacks. I shall fall on my knees and pray all the more fervently as you have instructed. I will prevail. I shall cast him out because there is no room in my life for him. You have saved my life more times than I am aware of, I'm sure. My cup runneth over. You are truly amazing. You are glorious. You are worthy of all my praises. You are my life. I give you my all. Glory to you, God. Hallelujah.